$1,100, that's expensive, wow. But you know what? It's actually not as expensive as a lot of air guns. Like I have air guns that are $3,000, so yeah. Look at that. Is that a Storm Rider? I think that might be a Storm Rider and a hand pump. All right, dudes, a little bit different start to a video today. And what might look like a mountain of trash behind me is actually a mountain of treasure, because it is all the bottles that I have been saving over the entire last 2 years. This is like 24 months worth of red Gatorade bottles, because I love red Gatorade, right? It's not that bad of a thing to do. So I think I've actually collected enough bottles at this point to go ahead and recycle them and buy a gun. And that's the point of today's video. Alright dude, so we're on our way right now to Recycling Zone. You are on a markedly different camera, but it's still a decent camera nonetheless. Old school ZV-1 without the external mic if the audio quality is suffering at all. Now there is a limit that I'm allowed to recycle daily, so we'll see if we bang into that, because I do have a lot of damn bottles today. So we'll see what it looks like, but I think that I'm gonna get either at the limit and denied recycling all of it, or we will get through all of it, but just barely. Let's see what happens. All right, so I just found out 100 pounds of cans, 100 pounds of bottles, and 1,000 pounds of something else I don't have. So that doesn't matter, but I think we might be close to the 100 pounds of bottles. Gatorade bottles are thicker than the average water bottle, so we'll see what's up. Yo. 150 bucks, and we limited out on the plastic. 100 pounds of plastic is as much as you can do in a day, and we did that. So we'll have to do some more tomorrow. Today will not be gun day, but tomorrow for sure. Now people are probably wondering, like, what exactly do you hope to get out of this? And for me personally, I'm at the 150 mark right now, 149, something like that. 150 mark, and I feel like if we got to the $200 mark, that would put us not only within striking range of most brake barrels and such, but it would also put us within range of like the budget you know, surplus Mosin Nagant potentially, and a lot of new revolvers can be had for less than 200 bucks also. So I think it's a good number, right? 200 bucks would probably get us something where we're looking to go. Oh yeah, not too much today, not too terribly much today. This guy also. Boom. Just about 50 bucks more. That's cool. 46.75, but I had to get it in cash today because of the fact that it was such a small amount. All right, dudes, we finally made it to exactly where we're going today. Gonna go ahead and check out the prices and see exactly what we're looking at. Honestly, I want to see exactly what we have in both categories. They sell both, not only air guns here, but also firearms as well. And they have quite the plethora, as you can see. Not only the Crossman stuff, but Daisy stuff, hats on, a lot of the familiar names you would normally see, even some old Umarex stuff. What do you guys think? Looking at about a $200 budget. That's what you're looking at price point wise. Let's see if we can get somebody to help us out. Look at that. Is that a Storm Rider? I think that might be a Storm Rider and a hand pump. Let's just go ahead and make it a more generic question then. What firearms do we have to look at 200 bucks or less?
So everything on this wall is pretty much airsoft guns.
Okay.
I think 200 and less being these BB guns right here, from lowest being $49.99 to the highest being $39.99. These ones over here, I have no tax for these two, but the highest one being $179 for these ones. No problem. And the question being, the only reason I asked you if you had like firearms under 200 is because I was looking at the Sportsmans Warehouse online thing, and they had like revolvers like $139, you know, different things like that in that price range. Do you guys not have that same type of selection, or is it just the air guns here pretty much? It's just the air guns in here, because Big Five has stopped doing firearm sales because the law changes. I did not know that. Yeah, so how they want it to go, they want stores that sell firearms to have high quality cameras where like it's voice detected. And okay, that wasn't something you guys were willing to do, or? Yeah. Seems like Big Five no longer sells firearms. They sell firearms, ammunition, but not the firearms themselves. It's only air guns. And I was actually surprised I had to get through that many questions before I actually got that answer and realization. But you know, it is one of those things. It seems like even the purchasing of firearms in California seems to be a difficult process. All right, dudes, we're gonna have better success here. I did not know, as stated previously, that Big Five no longer sells firearms, but this seems to have just a plethora of everything you could possibly want on the wall in just about every price point. So honestly, I think we're gonna have good luck here, and it's just gonna be about what flavor we really wanna go with. It's so interesting too. You look at basically the same function between these two revolvers right here, and you got 800 bucks difference between the two price points, effectively 700 bucks.
$179 for the Ruger Wrangler, and then you got a Smith & Wesson 986 at about $1,000. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy to see the price differences. But then you go to the wheel guns right back there, and you're like, man, $850 and $670. So I guess the price really varies widely, and it's going to come down to what materials are used, the quality of manufacturing, everything that normally would be factored into a standard purchase. And you would just single load each round into the cylinder as it comes around?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the action on it is you're going to have to cock this back in order to fire it. It is single action. So
okay, so these aren't actually double action revolvers then at all. These have to have the thumb the hammer move before you squeeze the trigger then?
Yep.
Yeah.
$259.
Yeah.
And this would be what, 380?
38.
38? Is there a difference between 380 and 38? I did not know this. This is great insight. I'm getting all the information today. So this has been a learning experience for me 100%. I did not know that the revolver that I was looking at online was single action only, and I kind of want to stay away from single action only stuff just because I like the functionality of a double action revolver. Inside of that, it costs a little bit more money than I have to bring to the table at this point. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and either stack some more pennies and do a little bit more saving to get to the point where we want to get to, or what we can do is maybe go check out some other spots with a little bit better education. All right, dudes. So I'm not like at my wit's end yet by any means, because there's a lot of gun stores in my local area, but in the same sense, I'm kind of coming up with some goose eggs right now. I found myself severely out of my knowledge range at Sportsman's Warehouse, and had to go ahead and search around for maybe a smaller scale mom and pop gun shop that I might be able to go ahead and get some education with, as well as some tools of the trade per se, right? I think that's a good place to start. So I looked around and I found ASP Armory in Vacaville. I went ahead and gave them a call because I think it's a dick move to just like show up with a camera and start filming in someone's place of business, especially when it's like a sensitive place of business, like a bank or a gun store, anything like that. Any type of an environment like that, you got to have some respect and call ahead. So I called ahead. I'm going to ASP right now, and hopefully we be buying a gun today. Today we're out here at ASP Armory, and it's probably the best place as far as like small mom and pop type feel that I've been in today. I've been to the big box stores. We hit up Big Five. We hit up Sportsman's Warehouse. Checked out a couple of different things, and I just didn't see anything that really reached out and grabbed me. I don't want a single action revolver as my first gun, right? I know what the budget is, but by the same token, I want to go ahead and see what else is out there. So I think the mom and pop definitely needs to be looked at in this case. And we're going to go ahead and start the process here. They've let me know that the very first part of the step in the process of purchasing a firearm in California is the safety test. And so we're going to go ahead, cut the camera, and take care of that now. All right, dude, super stoked. As a gun tuber, I have great pride in the fact that I only missed 1 out of 30 questions and you're allowed to miss 7. So I'm pretty happy with that, Cool.
Ruger Max 9.
So we have, at this point, this is a Ruger Max 9, guys. I don't actually, right away, this feels super foreign to me in my hands because my hands are so spatially large. Is there a larger frame that might be better than this? Or not better, more suited to me than this?
These are more of a subcompact. But
okay.
This one has the extended magazine.
Okay. So interesting. It's like there's almost no difference in the feel to me between the replica firearms that are like CO2 activated and these ones as well. It's interesting. That's more my size.
Shadow systems.
Size-wise, I'm not sure like what size frame this is considered, but size-wise, this frame feels better in my palm.
It's more of a true full size than
Yeah.
anything else. I mean, if you get anything bigger than that, it's more competition size.
Yeah, 1,100. That's expensive. Wow. But you know what? It's actually not as expensive as a lot of air guns. Like I have air guns that are $3,000. So yeah, they get up there. What do you guys think? So this is considered to be, what is this, a full size? This is considered to be a full size pistol. This is a Sig Sauer P320. And I'm not sure whether this one has the drop test issues, but I do know that some of those SIGs have issues, so I'll have to ask my questions right.
This one is, yeah.
Is that one of the ones that has the issue?
That whole family was considered to have those issues, but there's so much debate in that too that it's kind of...
I've watched endless YouTube videos like what it could be, whether it's a stamped part versus a machined part versus whatever it is, and I haven't seen a good like definitive truth answer, you know?
I genuinely don't think that there is I don't think that they can narrow it down to a conclusive, this is why this happened.
Sure.
And this is how we can prevent it from happening.
Sure.
I know with the California models specifically, we do have the mag disconnect feature on our California 320s.
Okay.
So I know that there's an additional part added that typically prevents those things from happening.
Totally.
Obviously, these 320s that we have are non-California compliant models. So
What's the difference? I mean, I know nothing about this type of stuff.
So in California, on our handgun roster for new handguns that we're eligible to purchase as civilians,
Sure.
they are required to have some features, which are mag disconnect features, so they won't fire without the magazine inserted.
Sure.
Just makes the trigger non-functional. We have loaded indicators, which you'll see here. There's that small fin that pops up, making there's a visual indicator that there's a round in chamber.
Okay.
Sometimes it's included within that portion there.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll have external safeties. I don't have anything on here that has that, but external safeties, loaded indicators, mag disconnect features, those are all new features that are required on new entries to the California roster.
Just like that, through the magic of video editing, we are 10 days in the future. 10 days, very significant period of time, right? In California, that's the 10-day waiting period. Required to go ahead and pick up a firearm. Today's our 10 days, and we're going to go ahead and take all the steps necessary to go ahead and pick up our new gun, right? There's a big fire burning, guys. California is known for wildfires. This is always spooky to me. Anytime I see that plumage of smoke, it's starting to really affect the skyline, and then traffic's coming to a crawl. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, the gun store was absolutely popping today when I went in there today. It seems like a lot of people had things to pick up after the long weekend, but we definitely got our piece of the puzzle accomplished today, and I cannot be a happier camper. I do have my brand new Glock 17 here, California compliant Gen 3, and we will go ahead and go over this beast together. I've also got the heavy expensive box of CCI, what is this? CCI Blazer ammunition too, as well as 1,000 rounds here. So we'll go ahead and load some mags up as well. Very, 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 very excited to go ahead and share this with you guys today. This is what it is. I went ahead and paid $509 before taxes and fees for this specific Glock, and it is brand new. Glock 17, full size frame, paid $509. This was what I got. Did get it from my good friends over at ASP Armory, and I cannot thank them enough for the quality service. I didn't get any YouTube special treatment. I didn't get any content creator discounts, nothing like that. 100% paid full sticker price for an Austrian firearm. But inside of that, it is a really cool gun, right? This is where a lot of people definitely do end up starting their collections, and this one is, gotta say it, it's a gem. It's a gem. It's a gem. They all come off the line nice because it's a Glock. But let's go ahead and check out what we got in the box together. Now, if you were to go ahead and purchase a Glock 17 for yourself, this is what you would receive in the box itself. You get one of these little hats that kind of helps you load magazines. I've never had to use these because I'm all pretty proficient with the grip strength, but inside of that, it does exist in the package for you. I did receive 2 magazines. I got the magazine that's sitting in the grip of the gun, and I got the extra one that's in the case itself. Did come with this plastic ramrod as well as this cleaning brush here. This case was also included, and this is considered to be a good transport case if it's locked. Check it out, boys. I'm so proud of this. Did your boy come through or what? Got that CCI Blazer, 115 grain, full metal jacket, round nose, brass casing. Good to go, man. Let's check them out. Honestly, even when I used to do the airgun slug unboxings, it would always get me excited. So now that we got some center fire stuff, this is going to be just that much better. I'm really, 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 really excited if you guys can't already tell. I mean, you can't fake this. Yo, look at them, boys. Freedom Seeds. Very cool. Get 50 in a box. This box of 1,000 rounds was like $360-ish. Let's go ahead and bam. 1, 2. These are very new. No one has loaded ammo into these, so definitely the spring tension extremely, extremely, extremely good. Also, with the skill set that I have being primarily air guns, this is kind of a new process for me, but I do definitely like learning new stuff. Oh, sick. So you push this down and the previous bullet goes down, and then you put another one in. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there. These are very stiff springs, more stiff than airgun springs for sure. Kind of just like get the lip of it started and then push it home and then push the next one down. That is 10 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 rounds. So this guy is ready to rock and roll, fully loaded, full metal jacket, 115 grain, ready to go. I do like it. It's a cool feeling. Needed the cheat thing for the last round. But I feel okay about that. Anything you do long enough, you're going to get good at. Loading Glock magazines, absolutely no different whatsoever. 9mm full metal jacket as stated. It's a really well-rounded setup. 1,000 rounds of ammunition and a Glock 17 for just under a G. That's basically what it costs to get into the game. I think it's a really good starting point. I think that this, coupled with my Vitatsu laser and flashlight, going to make a very potent around the house EDC, around the house defensive tool, everyday style plinker. This is a really, 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 really good option. And honestly, I cannot be more happy with this. For my hand sizing, a Glock 17 is literally the perfect size frame. I am a full-size pistol shooter. I do not like the Glock 26 because it is so small. I do not like the Ruger Max 9 because it is so small. But this pistol, this full-size frame, fits really good in my hand. So if you do have larger monos, like if you got the big digits, right, grande monos, you need to go ahead and maybe potentially pick up a larger frame for yourself as well. Do definitely use my experience here and know that for sure, even though it's probably one of the largest frames that they make, the 17 is not oversized. Now, I did go ahead and get this super cheap, super easy, super effective, just elastic around the waistband style belt. And I think this is going to be really good for just like around the house, lazy kind of usage. When it comes to stuff as far as like a CCW and such, I'd probably go with like an inside the waistband dedicated CCW style holster. But for right now, this is going to be a decent setup and I am happy with it. I am pretty happy with this. Now, I know in the beginning of this video, the whole premise was to try and recycle bottles and get a cheap pistol. But even though we kind of strayed from that path, I think that we really had a good experience taking something that would have been otherwise garbage and turning it into something that has an intrinsically greater value. All in all, very, very, very cool swap. 140 pounds of bottles plus, you know, a couple hundred extra bucks and get 1,000 rounds plus a Glock. You can get a cheap little pistol if you want to. You can, you know, live your life with a Bursa if you feel like it. But for me personally, I'm going to stake my confidence and stake my success on the reliability of the Glock platform. Absolutely is a possible thing for you guys if you are out there with a checkered past in certain situations to restore your constitutional rights, just like I did. Took me just over 18 total months. 17 months total, 18 total months. But I was able, from the point of contacting the attorney to the point where I have a letter in my hand from Rob Bonta, Attorney General of California, that there are no prohibiting records on my file, to the point where we're able to go ahead and get to the gun store, pass the background check, and absolutely be DOD certified. Alright guys, we're finally bringing this episode all the way around, and we've done every single thing that I set out to do. We've gone ahead and we've gotten rid of the mountain of plastic in my backyard. We've gone ahead and we've purchased a registered firearm, and we've taken it to the range and seen that it absolutely fulfills the intended purpose of a hole puncher. I cannot be more happy with this specific pistol at this point. Honestly, it's every single thing that a person could ask from a full-size frame pistol, and nothing that you don't need. You don't really need a red dot, right? It's got no RMR cut on top of it, but inside of that, I think this is a great place to start. You don't need anything besides what's in front of you. I've gone ahead and actually stepped it up to the FBI standard issue round in 9mm, which is the Hornady Critical Defense. I'll go ahead and throw a screenshot of the box up for you guys, but this is a very, very, very serious round that checks all the boxes of what a round is supposed to do on impact. Alright guys, I think this would be a great place to go ahead and end the very first firearms video on this channel, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like this video, bringing you the absolute latest in everything that shoots anything, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.